Your lack of confidence is stopping you from living the life you really want to live, from taking your career to the next level, from taking your business to the next level, from enjoying the quality times with your loved ones. We've all seen that person that shifts their confidence. They go from a person who's the least confident, who's scared to speak in a room, over to the person who actually has that confidence. It's the same person, the same name, the same face, same body most of the time, but it seems like a whole different person. But it's just that shift in confidence. Marcus Rashford, football player that plays for Man United, when he's confident, he's on par with any footballer in the world. But when he's not confident, he doesn't even look like he should be a professional football player. We all saw that hot streak a couple years ago where he was scoring game after game after game. And the questions then were, who's better, him or Kylian Mbappe? Today, you couldn't even have that conversation. He's on about £300,000 a week, and he's earned that from his confident performances. But when he's not confident, he genuinely doesn't look like he should be a professional football player. And I'm not the judge, I'm not the verdict. He's by far a better football player than I ever will be, or I ever was. And even as a Man United fan, I appreciate Marcus Rashford a lot. I have a lot of love for him, and I still want to see him shine and do his best. But that's the reality. When he's confident, he looks great. When he's not, he just doesn't. Now think about what that could mean for you. You're on a 60k salary, 80k, 100k salary. Now add in a bit of confidence. Be that true confident self. Where does that take you from? It took Rashford from 0 to 300k a week. Surely that can take you from 60 up to 80, from 80 up to 100, from 100 to 150. I watched a video of Kamaru Usman speaking after he took a loss, and it made me realize just how important confidence is in your approach to anything. Most people know who Kamaru Usman is, an elite UFC fighter, now retired, won multiple world championships, really successful in the UFC. There actually wasn't anything specific in that video that he did that demonstrated why confidence is important, because it was after he lost to Leon Edwards. He was looking so defeated, which is fair. You just put in weeks and weeks and months in a training camp and you just been beaten up in front of the whole world. And the question it made me ask was, if you move forward in every aspect of your life with a certain level of confidence, how much better would things be? How much further would you go in your career, in your business, relationships, whatever else it is? How much further would you go versus moving forward as someone who's just low on confidence? The perfect example of a confident person is Michael Jordan, one of the best athletes ever. I was listening to someone speak about him the other day, and he said he was the best person to ever perform his job, the best person to ever do his work, whatever that line of work is. When you look at what he did for that Chicago Bulls team, taking it from a losing team to back championships, that makes sense. Because when he was 13, he wasn't even playing basketball, he was playing baseball. When he's in college now, he's not making the college team, and then he goes from all of that over to being the best person, the best basketballer to ever perform. Take that in. A big part of that is his confidence. It's not that he wins the 5 rings, the 5 championship rings, and becomes confident after that. He has that confidence because he knows he's put in the work, because he had that work ethic. He stepped back, figured out what did he need to do, he did that, and that gave him the confidence in his abilities. Same thing with your fitness. You want to take your fitness, you want to take your health, you want to take your physique to a point where you can actually be confident in it. You step back, you do the work, you figure out what is that work that you need to do to make yourself, to give yourself the confidence in your appearance, to give yourself the confidence that your fitness is where it needs to be. At this point, DM me active. If you don't know what you need to do, if you've been struggling, DM me active and I'll send you my Simply Lean blueprint, which is what I've used to maintain this lean and athletic physique for the past 12 years. DM me active, I'll send that over to you for free. DM me on Instagram, Emmanuel Walks, and you'll have that free workout plan and nutrition guide, so you know exactly what you need to do when you're working out in the gym, and you know what you need to eat afterwards, what you need to eat, how you need to structure this throughout your day, throughout your week. When you think about confidence, you can approach this from a lot of different angles. One, yeah, you get that confidence from toning up, from building confidence in your appearance, from doing the work you need to do to get in shape. And it's not even just getting in shape. It's not when you're in shape, that's not when the confidence lands. You build a confidence by actually doing the work, by actually being in the gym, making progress day after day. If you DM me active and you have my Simply Lean blueprint and you're doing the heavy lifts, you're gonna make progress. You do that back-to-back weeks, couple months back-to-back, and the reality is you will be lifting more than 90% of the population, because a lot of people are comfortable sitting at home not doing anything. Once you have my blueprint, you're doing the work, and you reach a point where you can confidently say, I can lift more than 90% of people. I was more active than 90% of people this week. It gives you a certain level of confidence that you can take into other areas of your life. Once you have a stat like that in the back of your head, you're out working and 90% of people, that's where you reach a place where it's actually recognizable, it's actually a significant achievement. I've told the story about how I got up to a 16-minute plank, a 17-minute plank. And when I say this, a 17-minute plank, it is something that I'm proud of, but I didn't achieve that by one day just waking up and being like, oh, I'm gonna go so hard. I achieved it by doing the work. Little things, building the confidence slowly and surely by adding 20 seconds on every single week. That's how I was able to get to a place like that. When you're in the gym, you build the workouts, you build on the previous workouts, you add weight, you lift heavier, one session after the other. Now you're lifting heavier, you're lifting a significant amount of weight. People approach you in the gym, they're saying, yo, I see you, bro, I see how much you're lifting. Things like that, that's where you get the confidence from. Once you start putting in the work, people are going to notice, colleagues, friends, family, they're going to start calling you out on these things. They're going to say, hey, I see you, you dropped 15 pounds, you dropped 20 pounds, you're looking good. And I know we do these things for ourselves, we don't do it for the recognition, but the reality is, when you're at that family gathering, your favorite cousin is noticing that you've dropped 20 pounds, they're noticing that you're fitting into your clothes better. It's going to make you feel confident. The founder Balenciaga said that his whole aim when creating the brand was to create clothes that people feel comfy in, because he knows once people are comfy in their clothes, you're going to feel confident. It's the same approach with your fitness. You tone up, you lose a bit of weight, you feel comfier in your clothes, you feel more confident because you're fitting into your clothes better. Get me active on Instagram, I'll send you my Simply Lean blueprint for free workout plan and nutrition guide, so you know exactly what you need to do to tone up, lose weight and feel a lot more confident in your clothes. Then after that, you know the drill, go eat your vegetables, go eat some spinach today. Take care.